Hello and welcome to our 9th project. Now we are going to work on augmented reality and virtual reality applications on the web. Previously we used Unity, and in all these cases you used to make an APK and you used to serve that APK to the person to see it. What if the user refuses to install some third-party application? They may fear, how can I trust your application? I doesn't want to install anything. Means if you want this augmented reality and virtual reality applications to run without any installation, then we have to develop it for the web. We are going to do it very simply, and to start with, open your Explorer and in any of your hard disk you create a new folder, and I am going to call this as WebAR. The very first folder, I am going to create a folder here and I am going to call this as one intro. Here I will right click and I will click on new and I will just open a text document. Now only thing is, the text document will have an extension .txt. So I will select everything here and I am going to name this as index.html, and it will give you a warning whether you want to change the name extension. You click yes and you have an index.html file, and if I just double click, this will open in a browser. So in the notepad, see, half the screen I will place my notepad here, and in the half screen I have my browser. I will open this with a tag that is lesser than sign. I will type HTML and I will close it, and all tags should be closed. I will manually type this. So I have opened and closed an HTML tag, and inside this I will press tab and I am going to type another tag body, and then I will again press tab, lesser than and / body. So I have added one opening tag and closing tag, and inside this I am going to type welcome to AR application from Sudhi. So here you can even put your own name, and I am going to save it. Once I save and if I refresh this, see, you have this welcome to AR application from Sudhi. Say I want it to be bold or appear richer, then I will add one more tag here. I will add one lesser than sign H1 and close it, and in the end I will close this with lesser than / H1 and I will close this. And now if I save this and if I refresh it here, see, you have this as a head. Now this is okay if you are running this on your machine. Now say for example, I want this to be tested on my mobile. I have to copy this file or email this file to that person and he has to open it. But this is not the way web works. So here now what we are now going to do is to make it accessible to everyone. Now what I have to do, I have to put this index.html inside a software called as web server. If you are having a Windows machine, if you open, you come to here control panel, and in control panel you just open the small icons, and in programs and features you have one turn Windows feature on or off. If you come over here and if you scroll here, you have one internet information services. If you enable this and if you click OK, then the web server of Windows, which is called as IIS, will be installed. Right now I am not installing it. I will press cancel. You will have a new folder created here called as inetpub, and inside this inetpub you will have a www folder, and inside that you can place all your index.html files. Right now if you doesn't have IIS, say you are working on Mac, you are working on Linux, and if you need a web server, then there are many web servers, open source web servers available. Say for example, some of the most popular ones are, one is called as WAMP. WAMP is nothing but a Windows web server. See this WAMP server. This is an Apache web server. And or if I come to search here and type web servers and press enter, you have all kinds of web server available. So if you open Wikipedia, say if you scroll down here, you have various web servers available in the world. Now you can see that as of October 2021, 34% or almost 35% of sites are hosted on Nginx. 25% is hosted on the Apache technology, and you have IIS 4%, Google 4%. What is this Nginx or Apache? All these are nothing but web server applications. But right now for your application, I am not going to install any very complicated server because this itself becomes a huge subject for you. So for that, what I want you to do is you go into your browser and type an application called as simple web server, and you click on this simple web server, and when you click on this simple web server, you click on download. So this will be downloaded, and you have the installer here, and in installer select this 64-bit Windows installer. If you have Mac, select the Mac one, and when you click on this installer, and once it is installed, open your download folder and just double click and install this. So this is a very simple web server. And here only thing what you have to do is, when you open this, you have an option here called as new server. Click on this new server now, and in folder path, select the folder that you just now created. I have just created one WebAR folder. So select this WebAR folder and then click select folder, and the port is 8081. And now if I want this to work on my mobile, then I want this address to be available to everyone. So in the development process, if you want to use this, we use a tool called as Nginx. So in your browser type Nginx, and this Nginx, this application, if you come to this website, click on sign up, and when you click on sign up here, you can just sign up with your name and email. For example, I will type my name and then my email address and then give it a password. Then click on I accept the terms and service and click on sign up. And once you sign up, you can come to login. After you authenticate your email, you use your email ID and your password. So now you can see you have logged into your account. So now you have agents here, and I am going to choose the agent for Windows. You can install it by downloading the I can click on download for Windows, and once it is downloaded, I will just unzip this file. This is going to open a folder, and here you will have one file called as nginx.exe. Just copy this and in your WebAR folder, come and paste it. Here you have one nginx config add auth token. You have one command over here. Copy this, and after you copy this, double click nginx.exe and it will open in WebAR, and I will just right click to paste this and press enter. Now this has actually saved a configuration file, and now my application is authenticated. Now after this, I will type nginx and I am going to type HTTP. Then I am going to type my address. Either I can type 127001 or local host, and the port, if you come to my simple web server, port is 8081. So I will come over here and type 8081, and when I run this, this is now going to generate one URL. See, you can see this URL. Now what you have to do is, you just copy this URL through WhatsApp or some other means. I am going to paste this, and in my mobile, when I click on this link, First you get a warning like this, okay. You click on visit site and now you have your web content over here, and then you click on the 01 intro and this is going to open this welcome to AR application from Sudhi. So this is opening. This setup, what we have set up is fine for HTML and CSS. But since we are building an AR application, scripting is very important. And when it comes to scripting, see in our browser what we do, if you come to your browser, I will just right click here and I will click on inspect. And here I will come to the console window and I am going to check for any errors that I am going to find it here. So any error that I find here, I can see this. Say for example, when I have a script, see below this body tag, for example, I will add a script. See, I will come to my HTML index.html lesser than sign and I will type script and I will close it with greater than sign and I will close this tag with /, okay, and inside this script tag, I am now going to write a JavaScript. See inside this script, I am going, this is called as inline script. The command I write is console.log, that is I want a command to be returned to the console and I say welcome to my site and I will close it with inverted comma and bracket and end it with semicolon. So this is a line of code I have added. I will go to file and I will save this. Now what happens is, now if I come over here and if I refresh it, in the console log you are seeing welcome to my site. However, how can you see this on your mobile? So in my mobile, when I am testing it, see in my mobile I want this console log message to come in my mobile. So what I am going to do now? For this, I am now going to use another service. In the browser, I will type remote.js. So this remote.js is a debugger tool. And when I open this, see you just open the start debugging. And when you type on the start debugging, this is going to give you one code or this command. What you have to do is you just copy this, come to your website and inside HTML, you have to create now the head tag. And I will close it with the / and inside this head tag, now I will press tab and I am going to paste this. So now this code I have pasted it within this and now if I save this, I am now going to save this and now see here in your site it is showing you the log. So you can see the log that is being shown over here. So this site or this address, either you can, now you can test this even on your mobile. So we are using two main tools here, remote.js and Nginx, to host or to assess the site on the mobile. Nginx is for assessing the site, remote.js is for debugging it. And the other tool, how we are hosting it? Using our simple web server. So this is the setup we have done, and with this setup ready, let us start building our web AR application from our next session. Thank you.